Good morning, Redditors and YouTubers. Welcome to another episode of MeRight-YouWrong-SoWhat. And today we'll be reviewing the post AITA for telling my sister I hope she never has kids. I would like to remind everyone to please like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your comments down below. And with nothing further, let's begin. And I want to remind everyone also, this is a reaction as much as it is a judgment towards the end of the video. So this is the first time I read this, and so please bear with me as we go through this together. I am 22, female. I have 3-year-old twin boys, and I had a baby girl not even 2 days ago. My sister, Jody, is 34 and has been suffering with infertility for the past 10 years, as well as repeated miscarriages. Yikes, that's sad. I used to feel really bad for her and also a bit guilty as I got pregnant twice while being on contraception. It caused some tensions between us when I was pregnant with my twins because she was jealous, and I was already feeling intense guilt. This time around, she wasn't as jealous, but I still felt it was unfair. As my husband and I have decided we are done having kids, I offered to be a surrogate for my sister as soon as I'm cleared after this baby, and she seemed like she was absolutely over the moon with that. In turn, she offered to watch the twins while I was in labor with my new baby, which was a relief on my part. Okay, things are going well. I went into labor on Thursday morning, and Jody came over to watch the kids while my husband and I went to the hospital. She seemed like she was in a great mood and promptly rushed us out. Everything seemed fine until we got home this morning to find thousands worth of destruction to pretty much every baby item we've purchased. Even the crib mattress was torn open. Wow. Everything was ruined. Jody tried to pin it on the twins, but they're 3, and this level of destruction had to have been done by an adult. My twins can't even reach some of the stuff that was destroyed, and they certainly do not know how to open diaper packages and tear them apart. I know kids, especially toddlers, can do a lot of damage in a short time, but I also know my children aren't capable of doing what happened. I told my sister to get the fuck out of my home and stay away from me and my family. I got really angry and I said a lot of stuff I shouldn't have, but one of them was, I hope you never have a child, and if you do, then I'll tell it exactly what you've done to mine. I told her we can't afford to fix the damage she's caused, but since she still denies it, she won't cough up. I told her because of her, the baby doesn't even have a safe space to sleep. My parents caught wind of what I said, and even as I explained the situation, they still think I'm being an asshole for saying something so vile to my sister after all she's done for us. Obviously, my judgment is clouded, so am I the asshole? Wow. Little bit out of words right now. It sounds to me that Jody has been through a lot. She's 34. She's been suffering infertility for the past 10 years. And she's had repeated miscarriages, which can be traumatic. More than likely is traumatic for her. And it sounds to me like she's suffering from some type of mental episode where she went into a rage and destroyed anything that could trigger that suffering that she's been through. I mean, are you the asshole for what you said? I don't think you're the asshole. Obviously, you probably worked hard to have everything in its place so that you can welcome this new baby into your lives, and now you've seen it destroyed. I think my biggest concern was that she was alone with the children. That's my biggest concern beyond the stuff that may have been broken, because at the end of the day, that's just stuff, right? And I understand the anger on your part, but I think it is clear to me from this post that your sister is going through something, that and she probably needs help to help her deal with those years of frustration and sadness that and trauma that she's had from those repeated miscarriages. And it just sounds like she lost it and took it out on the things in the house. But I don't think you're an asshole for reacting to that. I think you could have reacted a bit better. You could have maybe not said those things and just, maybe try to understand where she's coming from. Not that she did anything that's okay. Like by no means is this okay, but I think you could have maybe not reacted in such a way, because that is clearly what's going on. Is she was beside herself, and she's obviously having a very hard time dealing with this and coping with what's going on in her life. And so maybe not the best way of responding to this, but certainly not an asshole, because we do react to things, and I can see why this would have made you upset. I can see why you would want to push her away from you, and I think that would be the healthy thing, is for you to not have that direct contact with her at this time, because she's obviously taking things very hard. So yeah, I mean, I only hope that she gets the help that she needs to see her through this, and hopefully the children were okay, and hopefully things get better for her. And for you, well, I mean, cherish your kids, and at the end of the day, those are just things. And I know it's hard. I mean, you mentioned it's thousands of dollars, and you're probably gonna have to replace some of the more indispensable things like the crib. But geez, maybe this could have been worse. I don't know. I think you're lucky to have your kids. Lucky that they're safe, and lucky that they have you. And so just cherish them and move forward. And these are just things. I don't put that much value into things, as opposed to the health and the safety of my children. And I know most of you guys and gals would agree with that. But if you don't, let me know in the comments section. But yeah, not an asshole. Hopefully you can talk to your parents and have them get some help for your sister, because it sounds like she really needs it. And yeah, that's it. Please leave your comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this post. But before I go, let me just read through some of these comments here and see what people are saying. Not the asshole, your sister flew into a jealous rage when faced with all the things she wants and doesn't have. Yeah, that's exactly my thought. Can you imagine how terrifying that was for your twins? OP, you need to file a police report for destruction of property and maybe even contact CPS. Your sister is unwell and should not be allowed to provide care to children. I don't know about CPS because she doesn't have any children of her own, but I don't know if you want to take it as far as to calling in a police report, maybe for documentation purposes, making sure that the facts are documented. But I mean, it depends what type of relationship you have with her, and if you really want to take it even further. I think your sister needs a lot of help. You didn't know, but now you do. Never let your sister anywhere near you or your children. I agree with that. Your sister needs mental health services, and she's not going to get them if your parents rather pass the blame onto you. I agree with that as well. And people are agreeing with that. Let's see if we can find any other comments down below. Okay, not the asshole. You might want to call the police and at least get a report filed for the destruction of property. If it isn't too late, then you can file an insurance claim. You realize that your children aren't safe around your sister, right? She needs help, immediate help. Are your parents aware that their daughter destroyed the grandchild's bed and clothing and diapers? Yeah, I mean, I agree with these people. I don't know if you want to take it, further and have the police report, but on the one hand, that might help you make an insurance claim. And so if the goal is to replace the damaged things, then, I think that's reasonable. And certainly from another perspective, that would let your sister know, like, hey, what you did is not wrong, not right. And because even people that are having a mental episode, even they need to be aware that there's consequences to their actions. Because if nothing happens, if it's just another day as usual, then, what's to say that she won't go into a bigger, get herself into a bigger problem next time around, right? These things could escalate if there's not any consequences. So, I'm going to re-evaluate my previous comment, and maybe it would be a good idea for you to file the police report and try to get the insurance to cover the loss, because that would let your sister know that what she did was really wrong, and hopefully that that might keep her from escalating in the future. Okay, well, thank you everyone that was able to leave their comments and let us know if you agree or disagree with this judgment. Till next time, bye.